What's up, guys? It's Deepak Shukla here again, and today I want to answer Decca's question, dude. I'm just going to read it out. I find it difficult to interact with women because of my past girlfriends. They've all broke my heart, spat on my face, and dumped me. Now I'm just too scared of getting with someone as I feel it would turn out with her leaving me for someone else. I need help, dude. Decca, you make me want to cry, man. I've absolutely been in that space. Let me think. I mean, my first couple of girlfriends, to be honest with you, they pretty much all really dumped me, dude. Tiwa, I think I said let's break up, but then, you know, it ended up with me wanting her back and then it not working out. Millie broke up with me. Fayola I broke up with, but there's been a string of breakups that have not ended because, you know, I wanted them to end. It really was because, you know, they chose to end it, and it sucked. It sucked. Now, I understand that you're scared, dude. I understand that there's worries that you have with all of this, and there's a couple of things that I'm going to tell you, dude. There's going to be a couple of hard truths within this, okay? One of the things that is clear here, right, is there's a pattern. There's a pattern of women that are breaking up with you, right? And if it happens more than once, really, there's some kind of issue with the way that you approach relationships, the way that you perhaps treat yourself, that therefore impacts the relationship. And it's so important, Decca, that you get to the bottom of that, okay? So one of the things that was really difficult for me was I began to realize that there were women that were coming into my life that would end up leaving my life. And I noticed this pattern, and I thought, oh, well, you know, she did this, she did that, you know, she said this, she said that. But then it was also important to kind of look at myself in the mirror and figure out, well, what are the things that they said about me, you know, once the initial hurt and anger passed, and sometimes that really never passed, but what is it that they were saying about me were the problems with me as a person? And if they didn't, even Daniela, the woman, you know, we've been together 6 years, I'm in love with her, and I asked her, you know, we had our own turbulence, and I asked her what were the specific things, you know, because it was easy to forget that, you know, caused her to decide to break up with me. You know, Daniela has broken up with me at each moment, and I wrote those things down, and it was the most horrible conversation that we had when she spoke about, you know, my issues with communicating romance and care and like sex and nourishment, because, you know, I am British and she's Italian, and I'm British Indian and she's this beautiful Italian lady, and there was this kind of tornado of issues. And you know what that caused me to do, Decca? It caused me to break down and really cry, but it also caused me to go out and start answering some of these problems. I went on Google, I got ebooks, I continued dating, and I thought about some of these things that she said and really worked to try and speak to them. And those were, looking back on it, some of the most hardest, but also some of the most powerful moments of my life, when I looked at, you know, these issues that I thought I could improve. And also a lot of these things related to my own sense of self-esteem, Decca, related to the problems that I've had of myself, that, you know, I'm too scared. You know, you'll feel that you'll end up getting left and you need help. And, you know, women have such higher emotional senses than us men do for the most part. And it means that women can sense kind of insecurity, women can sense kind of moments of desperation, and you, Decca, need to become enough for yourself. And dude, this stuff is really hard. It's really hard, right? I know that I'm saying it, and I know that it's so hard to do, and it's going to be a journey. It's definitely going to be a journey, and you are capable of making that journey, brother, because you are strong. You are more capable than you might ever know, and the way that you find out how capable you are, brother, is by working on your problems. If that means seeing a therapist, then see a therapist. If that means starting on Google and hiding in your room and reading a little book underneath your bed, then do that, brother. Whatever works for you, but get on that journey. Get on that journey of self-improvement. Get on that journey of becoming the best version of yourself. So when the next opportunity comes along, or when the next moment is presented to you, that you approach it differently, and that you come from a place of improvement. And you'll still make mistakes. You'll still make mistakes. We all still make mistakes. I still make mistakes, with the relationship that I'm in right now. But your difficulties of interaction, your heart that's been broken, your feelings of being scared and history repeating itself is your opportunity to change, to recognize that there's a pattern. And part of that pattern is you, because you're at the heart of all of these women that, end up leaving you. And you got to figure out what's going on, and you got to speak to that problem. You got to work on that problem, brother. Please do these things for me. And you really have an opportunity to kind of turn the leaf. And, certainly through cognitive behavioral therapy that I got into, through the journey that I went on with the books that I read and the things that I tried, take massive action in that space of self-improvement. And these things will begin to get better for you, Decker. I promise you that.